My name, it's Emmanuel Onados. I'm a Lagos-based Nigerian. I attended Imo State University. I studied business management and I graduated today. I think I'm finding myself in the field of business. When I finished my education, as in when I finished my university and served this country, Nigeria, my country, Nigeria, I had this responsibility that was rest on my shoulder, and I knew I just need to stand up to do something. My first job, my first job was wonderful. That was my stepping stone. That brought me to where I am today. I worked in a factory, a graduate. I worked in a factory for 2 years. I didn't look at it that I'm a graduate, a BSc holder, a 2-1 holder, blah, 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 all those fly things. No, I didn't look at it that way. But what I wanted in my life was just for me to overcome those challenges that was facing at that moment. So I worked in a factory, to be precise, which days, what we did was chinchin, beautiful sweet chops, you know. I worked there for 2 years until I now moved on into a pharmaceutical industry, which I worked for I think another 4 years. And do you know what? My boss was one of the people that referred me, that stood as my guarantor, you know, when I got the other job. It was difficult, but you know, she also wanted me to grow, you know. So I moved on from there. I moved on and I got a job in the pharmaceutical industry as a salesperson. So until the recession thing came, you know, companies started downsizing and stuff. So some of us had to go. We had to go, and then there I was faced with another challenge. Then I looked at myself. I had to build myself. I sat back home, you know, I thought about what to do. I didn't want to go back to where I was coming from, you know, so I felt it's time for me to move on. So firstly I went into dog business. I started breeding dogs. You can see my dogs are even around if you can listen. You know, I went into dog business. I started breeding dogs. I was making money. At least I had a boer bull. I had some other dogs. I had a Rottweiler and stuff like that. I was making money through that. Until a while I felt it was not really giving me enough. So I went into food. I was making shawarma and then asu. You know, the asu thing is the pepper meat, goat pepper meat. You know, roasted goat pepper meat. That's what they call asu. You know, so my friends could call me, or there could be a party somewhere, a birthday party or a get together. I'll go make those things for them and supply them. At first, let me tell you the secret. I started free. I did charge 1 naira. I started free. What I just did was get me the materials. I buy the materials and then I prepare it for you. So from there on, I started getting calls, come and make this, come and do this for us. How much are you gonna call? How much is it gonna cost you to do, you know, shawarma and asu for us? At that point in time, I looked at it, I had family to feed, you know? My wife was there. I had family to feed, I had mouths to feed, I had my younger ones to feed. You know, being the first son of the family, I decided, I took up my car and I started with Uber. That was when the Uber business started. I started driving for Uber and for Taxify then, that's now Bolt. Started doing that business too as well, which I'm still doing up to date today, you know. So I looked at it, I said, yes, with my own car, I can have time for myself, still do other businesses I'm doing, which today I have more than 2 to 3 or 4 businesses that I do as a man. Dangote does not have one business. Dangote has sugar. Dangote has cement. Dangote has spaghetti. Even right now, say salt, sugar, everything. Dangote. So me too. Maybe I might be the next Onados that you'll be hearing in your household very soon. Somehow along the line, I think during the COVID-19 era, I started a business of buying and selling of cars. It was just a friend that introduced me to it, and from there, here I am today too. I'm into cars. I buy and I sell cars for people too as well. Well, and it's been lovely. Things have been, taking shape bit by bit. I know we'll still get there. We'll get there. We go reach there. No worry. You will hear my name on the billboard very soon. So that's where we are today. I'm blessed God. We Nigerians, or should I say Nigerian youths, we don't believe in trying to achieve something for ourselves, or trying to take time to build things from the scratch. We always want to the answer quick. We rush. We just want to get it. Someone offers me a job right now. I don't think I can buy into that idea right now, because if I had known what I know today, 4 years, 5 years, or 6 years I've spent in working for someone else, I wouldn't have done that. Wow, my wife. Yeah, you see, there's this song, My Woman, My Everything. I have a lovely wife. Well, I'm Igbo. Maybe I didn't mention that earlier, but she's Yoruba. There's this saying that in Igbo people, that they will always say, no, you must marry my daughter, you must marry someone from your place, or you must marry, an Igbo person that understands the same language with you. I've never for one moment, for one day, for 1 second, ever regretted marrying my wife. She's been there, she's been supportive, the strength. I never see that kind of strength before, I think. That strength is just there. My wife was one of the ones that really pushed me and said, look, babe, you need to start a business of your own. For those that want to step into the labor market, my advice is this. I want you to always have a dream of your own. Always believe that, don't believe in white-collar jobs. Don't believe in white-collar jobs. The era and the days of white-collar jobs are over. You can start small. Even right from that NYSC camp, right from your school, from your final year, from your university days, even in your secondary school, you can start doing something. You can start a little buy and sell. It's a dream. With time, you keep building, and then before you know it, you are there. You begin to see yourself, doing better things, and you won't even think about the white-collar job. My wife studied business. I studied accounting, but today she's a makeup artist. She's doing lovely. She has done a lot of things for top Nigerian actors, top Nigerian musicians, and stuff like that. But an accountant, for crying out loud. And one other thing, always believe in God. If you're not prayerful, my brother, my sister, it's going to be a little bit difficult, because these two things work together. You must walk and pray. So it's either you pray and walk, or you walk and pray. Because I'm the kind of person that I love moving around. I love testing new ground. I love discovering things, I just want to be there and there and there to know what is going on here, to test, how these things work in this area. I just want to get the knowledge of everything, around me. But there are some things I don't dare anyway. For me to ease my stress, well, do I find myself under stress any longer? I don't. Ever since I started doing my own thing, I don't think I find myself under any stress, and I don't think the only time I get stressed is when they are beating Arsenal. That is the only time I see I am under stress. But ever since I started doing my own business, why? Because I plan. I don't know if you do this. I sit down in my toilet and I rehearse and I think about everything I'm supposed to do the following day. Okay? I think about what I'm supposed to do the following day and I make sure I note them down, I write them down. Then, there are some of us that have low memory or short memory. You understand? It's better when you write this thing down again, place them on your dashboard if you're driving. Or you put a reminder on your phone just to remind you have to do this by 2 o'clock, you have to do this by 3 o'clock. So with that, I don't find myself under stress because I do things of my own and I work with my time, with my plan and everything. That's it. Hi, my name is Emmanuel Onados. You just heard my story. That's how I've been surviving against all odds.
Soul TV.